Good evening. Welcome to our August board meeting. Before we call the meeting to order, we will start with a prayer.
Bow your heads if you'd like to join me. Dear Lord, as we start a new school year, we thank you for all of our new and returning students and staff. We are grateful for a safe start to the school year. We ask that you continue to watch over our district and just help us to have a meeting that's productive and good for our students and community. These things we pray in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. All right, we will call this meeting to order, and we have a packed house tonight. Biggest meeting I think I've ever seen. So many people ready to hear about budgets. No. We'll start with recognition.
Good evening, everyone. Look around this room. How exciting is it to see this many people here to celebrate academic excellence among our students? Let's just give everyone a big round of applause before we get started. Congratulations to all of you and welcome. Annually, we celebrate our academic All-A honor roll, and so that happens tonight at our August meeting. We are going to begin with our fifth graders from last year at Custer Baker Intermediate School. So if you were in fifth grade last year, please go ahead and come on down. We're going to line up right here. Okay, we're going to have each of you introduce yourselves, so please tell everyone here your name and one person you want to give a shout out to. Does that sound good? Do you need a minute to think?
Do you hear that, Brian?
Yeah.
You're trying to think?
Yeah.
Over under 3.
Oh, good question. I hope under.
Congratulations.
My name's Matthew. My Grams.
Nice, great.
Hello, everybody. My name is Augustus Wade Lanham. Full name, I know it's a lot. I'd like to give a shout out to. Am I allowed to give a shout out to more than one person? I'd like to give a shout out to my family over there in that corner, my teachers for getting me here, and just all the people that are pretty close to me. It's a real honor to be up here, so thank you.
Stop looking at me. Anyways, my name's Evelyn Chavez Vizcaya, and I want to give a shout out to my dad. And yeah, he feeds me, so like that just what's kind of gets my mind going, you know. There you go.
My name is Jasmine Carr, and I want to give a shout out to my mom and my dad.
My name is Kinley Kunkel, and I'd like to give a shout out to my parents.
My name is Taylor Clem, and I want to give a shout out to my parents.
My name is Aubrey Ray, and I want to give a shout out to my parents.
My name's Addie Jameson, and I want to give a shout out to my parents.
My name is Joseph Priya, and I want to give a shout out to my dad. My name is Chelsea Lee, and I want to give a shout out to my mom.
is Susan Cummings, and I want to give a shout out to my family.
My name is Turner Vaught, and I want to give a shout out to my family.
My name's Arthur Riley. I want to give a shout out to my family.
My name is Kaya Shaw, and I want to give a shout out to my family.
Congratulations, last year's fifth graders at CBIS, their current sixth graders. Now let's welcome down our sixth graders from last year at CBIS, their current seventh graders. Come on down. This is a large group.
There, thank goodness. I was like over here going, did I hear that? Thank you so much. Because I was a little freaked out for a moment. Why didn't anybody react?
Right. Little different word.
Yeah, much different, much better.
We're going to change some logistics here for a minute.
My name is Milo Brenton, and I'd like to give a shout out to my family.
Hello, my name's Jolene Klosh, and I'd like to give a shout out to that guy in the teal shirt. I've never met you, but you're probably a really amazing person.
Oh my gosh. That's funny stuff.
My name is Autry Tilson, and I'd like to give a shout out to my mom and dad.
My name is Gage Lewis, and I like to give a shout out to my family.
That's funny stuff.
My name is Eli Zolkowski, and I'd like to give a shout out to my mom and dad.
My name is Kayla Sekros, and I want to give a shout out to my family.
My name's Kenzie Schotting, and I'd like to give a shout out to my parents.
Hi, my name is Addison Boshears, and I'd like to give a shout out to my parents.
My name's Zoe Bratcher, and I would like to give a shout out to my friends and family.
My name is Grant Ditton, and I would like to give a shout out to my family.
My name's Olivia Turner. I'd like to give a shout out to my parents.
My name is Easton Zolkowski, and I would like to give a shout out to my mom and dad.
My name is Berkeley Klicka, and I want to give a shout out to my friends, my teachers, and my family.
My name is Ben Hoskins, and I'd like to give a shout out to my parents.
My name is Molly Cummings, and I'd like to give a shout out to my teachers.
Hi, my name is Jill Eglinton, and I'd like to give a shout out to my parents.
My name's Trevor, and I'd like to give a shout out to my parents.
My name's Evelyn Nichols, and I want to give a shout out to my parents, and especially my dad.
My name is Austin McKinnon, and I'd like to give a shout out to my mom.
My name is Zuma Alexander, and I'd like to give a shout out to Miss Heather at the library.
My name is Braxton Richardson. I want to give a shout out to my dad.
shout out to my past teachers.
My name is Gideon Christakos, and I'd like to give a shout out to my dad, my mom.
My name is Riley Armbruster, and I want to give a shout out to my family.
My name is Foster Tungate, and I want to give a shout out to my parents.
My name is Noelle Bland, and I'd like to give a shout out to my parents and my dog.
My name is Nolan Hyde, and I want to give a shout out to my family.
My name is Paisley McWhorter, and I'd like to give a shout out to my sister.
My name is Brooklyn Elkins, and I'd like to shout out my sister.
Hi, my name is Tucker Hurst, and I would like to give a shout out to my parents and my brother.
My name is Cadence Paris, and I'd like to give a shout out to my big brother.
My name is Felix Tisdale, and I want to give a shout out to my mom and dad.
My name is Harper Murray, and I'd like to give a shout out to my parents and my sister.
I'm Jack Mitchell, and I want to give a shout out to all our bus drivers.
My name is Tinley Brown, and I'd like to give a shout out to my mom and dad. My name's Blake Dummer, and I would like to give a shout out to my mom and my dad and my aunt. My name is Gavin Lunsford, and I would like to shout out my 5th grade teacher, Mr. Q, and my parents.
And I'd like to give a shout out to my parents and my sister.
My name is Maggie Brown, and I want to give a shout out to my parents.
My name's Chloe Bratcher, and I want to give a shout out to my family, friends, and Mr. Q.
See now, they're tall now. We're good.
So there's a
Nah.
photo at Needham, and it's of old Needham, and the students all crowd around and take that picture. Parents will always tell me, because when they right before they took it, instead of nice about it. And it's forever the picture that's like, I went to old Needham, and I'm like, but there's no evidence. I mean, I'd never forgive them. Do what?
Kids on their toes.
Nice job.
To all of last year's CBIS students, great work. Excellent. If we can now start with our middle school crew. If you were in 7th grade last year, you've seen the drill a couple of times. Come on down, please.
You're up first. That's 6 moon action.
That's it. Get in line.
All right.
My name's Lexi Keg, and I'd like to give my shout out to my family and Taylor Swift.
And Taylor.
My name's Adeline Trowie, and I'd like to give a shout out to my mom.
My name's Natalie Hurma, and I'd like to give a shout out to my family.
My name's Allie Christensen, and I'd like to give a shout out to my mom.
My name's Reese Patterson, and I want to give a shout out to my parents and Jesus. Harper Stone, and I want to give my shout out to my mom.
I'm Emlyn State, and I want to give a shout out to my family.
I'm Eva Klein, and I want to give a shout out to my mom.
I'm Owen Cummings, and I'll shout out my grandpa.
I'm Oliver Nairn, and I'll shout out my parents.
I'm Nolan Filmworth, and I'd like to shout out my cat, my dogs, and my parents for always being there. I'm James Fowler, and I'd like to thank my cat, Joey. That's it.
My name is Andrew Kepner. I'd like to give a shout out to my mom.
My name is Carter Cadwell. I like to take a shout out to my parents.
Good work. Now, if our eighth graders from last year could go ahead and come on down, please.
Right. Got some people leaving.
I'm Ella McCrary, and I'm grateful for my parents and the middle school.
My name is Scarlett Donaldson, and I'm thankful for Miss Harrigan and Miss Katie Hollis.
My name is Caroline Shunk, and I want to shout out my friend group, Miss Hollis and Miss Harrigan.
I'm Claire Cross, and I want to shout out my family, Miss Hollis and Miss Harrigan.
My name is Emma Farley, and I want to shout out my family, Miss Harrigan and Miss T.
Hi, my name is Addison Paul, and I want to thank my family, I want to thank my parents, and I also want to thank my twin sister and all of my previous teachers and current teachers who have helped me with my academic success. Thank you.
My name is Mia Hart, and I want to shout out my dad. My name is Kiara Hayes, and I want to thank my family and friends.
My name is Riley Payette, and I would like to give a shout out to my parents.
My name's Madeline Sutton. I'd like to give a shout out to my parents, my little brother, and Miss Hollis.
My name's Emma Lewis, and I want to give my shout out to my parents and Mrs. Bennett.
My name is Liberty McWhorter, and I want to shout out my family up there, especially my little sister.
My name is Ben Richardson. I want to shout out Jesus, my mom, and my dad. My name is Kale Zukowski. I'd like to give a shout out to my family. My name is Cameron Hagley. I just give a shout out to my family.
My name's Arthur Thomas, and I want to shout out my mom.
My name is Cohen Duke, and I want to shout out my lovely grandparents and also my teachers from last year, which I'll miss dearly.
My name's Chris Rolls, and I'd like to give a shout out to my family.
High School. So we need last year's freshmen. If you were a freshman last year, please come on down. If you were a sophomore last year at Franklin Community High School, come on down. Sophomore last year, please.
Hi, my name is Emma Small, and I'd like to give a shout out to my mom.
My name's Addie Ross, and I'd like to give a shout out to my parents, especially my mom.
My name's Hudson Harris. I'd like to give a shout out to my friends, family, and my little brother.
Good evening, my name is Ben Walland, and I would like to give a shout out to Ron Bailey and Thomas Maxwell.
My name is Eli Demery, and I'd like to give a shout out to Mr. Billings, Mr. Hardy, and Mr. Neff.
My name is Mitchell Herger, and I'd like to shout out my parents.
My name's Adelaide Jones, and I'd like to give a shout out to my parents.
My name's Emma McLean, and I'd like to give a shout out to my parents.
My name's Addison Holman, and I'd like to give a shout out to my parents.
My name's Samantha Strait, and I'd like to shout out Mr. and Mrs. Bailey.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Alexander Reese, and I'd like to thank all the teachers, staff, and janitorial peoples who help the students grow every day.
My name's Alex Lynn. I'd like to thank my parents.
My name's Titus Cross. I'd like to thank my family.
My name is Emily McCray, and I'd like to thank my sisters, Ellen and Elena.
I'm Levi Martin, and I'd like to give a shout out to my baby sister Lana.
Hi, I'm Joseph, and I want to shout out my little sister Elizabeth and my 2 cats.
If last year's juniors could please come on down from Franklin Community High School, and last year's seniors could please come on down from Franklin Community High School.
a shout out to the best athletic director, my dad. I'm Lizzie Warland, and I want to give a shout out to the best athletic director, Maggie's dad.
My name is Elena McCrary, and I would like to shout out myself for graduating and moving into college in 2 weeks, and my parents who forced me to come tonight.
Please join me in one more round of applause for all of our academic excellence across the district.
I do want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. I know it's a big deal to give up a Monday night to come out, but keep doing well in school. Students, it's a lot of hard work to get A's throughout the school year, but we want to make sure that we honor and celebrate you. And for all of you, this is a good time to exit if you don't want to stay for the rest of the meeting. Thank you for coming out, and have a great Monday evening.
Certificates for the wildlife. Do you have? Wildlife team. We have more congratulations for this evening if Anthony Zare, Abby Walters, Lena Penning, Caitlin Chapman, and if any of you are here, please come forward, and the coaches for our FFA Wildlife Habitat Evaluation Team. Please come forward. Let's give them a round of applause, and I'll tell you why here in a minute. Congratulations, team. Congratulations to the FFA Wildlife Habitat Evaluation Team for placing 5th at the state level. The purpose of the Wildlife Habitat Evaluation Contest is to increase youth understanding of wildlife ecology, habitat, and management practices. The students have to identify native wildlife species, take a knowledge exam, and work as a team to evaluate and make professional recommendations to landowners regarding wildlife habitats on their properties. This gives the students the opportunity to develop teamwork, oral and written communication skills, and decision-making skills. Please join me again in congratulating our FFA Wildlife Habitat team. Please introduce yourselves.
Hi, my name is Lena Penning, and I'd like to give a shout out to my 2 coaches and my parents.
Hi, my name is Abby Walters, and I'll give a shout out to our advisors, Dan and Giese.
My name is Brody Wade. I'm one of the coaches, and I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them, for the kids.
Hi, I'm Mary Armstrong. I'm one of the coaches. I would also like to shout out the kids and Dan and Giese.
Before you guys leave, can you talk a little bit about how did you win this award? Because, you know, for a lot of us, the FFA competitions, we hear about them. You guys get a lot of success. But, Abby, I'm going to put you on the spot. How did you guys win this award?
So we actually kind of experienced a bit of turbulence during the competition, and it kind of racked our nerves just because they kind of threw a lot of curveballs at us that we weren't really ready for. So we we definitely had to evaluate a piece of land at Purdue's facilities, and then we had to identify some bird calls, like she talked about. And we were not ready to identify calls, so that went swimmingly. And then, yeah, we used the knowledge that we've been given by our advisors and our coaches and the long 500-page book, and we did the best that we could, and we were pretty happy with what we came home with. So, yeah.
Thank you very much. Good luck, and we'll look forward to seeing you back next year. Oh, we gotta get a picture. No, what? We gotta get a picture. Good.
The second guiding principle that we want to celebrate this evening after our individual student growth is collaboration. Our high school band teachers, if you would please come forward, our directors. The high school band did it again. They are the recipients of the Indiana State School Music Association All Music Award for 2023-2024. Congratulations to the talented young musicians and the music staff for the outstanding musical accomplishment. Do we have students with us tonight too? Okay. Tim Kosh, one of our band directors. Please give him a round of applause.
The All Music Award is something that's presented to schools that have well-rounded programs. I was actually thinking about that. Probably a lot of people think that's extracurricular, but most of these are curricular ensembles like our concert groups, our jazz band, and our chamber ensembles. And marching band is just a part of that. So by having excellent in all those areas, we're able to earn that award, and this is the 13th time that we've earned it. So we're very proud of that.
Congratulations to our band program, excellent work. Signs of reading. Yes, I heard some yes. Finally, they're to us, right? Still focused, come on forward, ladies. Still focused on collaboration. Science of reading course completion. We're going to celebrate these ladies. I actually believe this is the third time we've celebrated staff at one of our board meetings. So the Indiana Department of Education has offered Indiana teachers training in the science of reading in accordance with the new state legislation. They provide tools for teachers to teach students reading using proven, effective, research-based strategies. The modules are provided by the Indiana Learning Lab. They are voluntary. They're open to all teachers who sign up. Eligible teachers will earn a stipend for completion of the course. So congratulations to Monica McCurran, wave. Stephanie Oliver, wave. And Madeline Rollins. Congratulations, ladies. Good program.
Love them all.
Congratulations to our teachers, and that concludes our recognitions for this evening.
Next up is board shout-outs. Is that?
Yes, board shout-outs is coming up.
Well, now we have an empty gym, so thank you for staying. Next up is consent agenda, and do we have any public comments for consent agenda? None? Now work our way through the agenda. I'll turn it over to Dr. Clendon.
Thank you. Just a couple of things on the consent agenda I wanted to make sure everyone's aware of. On the adjunct teacher position, that's something we have to do each year. More positions that are filled by people that have been in the profession for more than 4 years. So Mr. Hart is our strength and conditioning physical education teacher, and he's up again for this. Also, you notice on I, we have an e-learning day for Union Elementary. 6th because the staff's going to be in a full-day professional development event up in Indy, and we just want to make sure that everyone's aware of that as well. A new feature is in L, where it says professional development travel. As we transferred from Neola to CCH&A for our policies, one of the requirements that they put in with regard to professional travel was to have the school board approve out-of-state travel for teachers, and that is new this year, and so we do have two traveling events occurring for professional development. Mr. Sprout and Dustin are having the opportunity to go to a cybersecurity conference free of charge, but the travel, the airfare costs us, so we're highlighting that. And then Webb Elementary is going to an event in RTI space with Title I funds, so there's 3 people from Webb going to that. And so you'll see this on consent agenda from now on with regard to that. On M, our health care premiums, this is something that happens every year, and it's both for teacher and support staff. There was a 3.6% increase in our rates, and as we previously discussed for the board, we're asking for the board to take all that rate increase so the teachers would not see an increase in their premiums for this year as well. And in O is support staff salaries. We're bringing the athletic trainers positions into a position more competitive with their peers, and so you're seeing that on this agenda as well. And I think on the resolution for the employer of choice for Ms. Grostad is an annual event where we move funds over from our things that we generate revenue from in order to have principal packs and some other things, and that resolution is also included. That will conclude the consent agenda items that I have.
Any questions or discussion items from the board? Entertain motions.
I'll move to approve.
Second. First, second. All those approved signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? All right, moving on to superintendent reports.
Yeah, just a couple things on back to school. We're after a really nice start to our school year. We had a celebration with Rafael Sanchez emceeing the event. Thank you, Christy, for coming and welcoming the teachers. And we had the Olympic theme, gold medal mindset was our theme. The enrollment for our school district is up as we move forward. One of the things you're going to hear about is continued opportunities in our virtual school. Right now, we do have about 100 students enrolled in that program, so that is a new feature for us this year, and that's nice to see that we're able to connect back with the community and continue to have that guiding principle of individual student growth reign supreme. Probably one of the caveats that we always talk about this time of year is transportation. It's not that we're not trying, it's just that it's a tough one right now. We still have a few bus driver needs. So as the student gave a shout out to bus drivers, if anybody would like to drive a bus, please contact Mr. Betts or Mr. Murray. We do have some consistent late buses, but I'm told that within the next few days, we do have a few bus drivers coming eligible to be able to get into our routes, and we should see that dissipate. But it has been one of the struggles that we have had. Creekside, I know, is a school that has had tardies, as well as Northwood at the elementary level, and then subsequently we see CBIS sometimes get late starts. But on a shout out with regard to CBIS, this is the best we've had to dismiss at CBIS that we've had in several years, thanks to the transportation. So we're seeing good and bad in that, but if you do want to drive a bus, please let us know. We'll continue to give enrollment updates throughout the next couple board meetings as we head towards that 8 a.m. day of October 1st, but that's our back to school celebration highlights.
Thank you. Any questions on superintendent reports? All right, we will move on to action items.
Oh, wait a second. We had
Nope.
ag building.
Missing report, sorry. Ag building update. So sorry. Stealing your thunder.
No, thank you very much. It's been a while since we updated you on our work with the Ag Department and the FFA Alumni Association on our building project. This had started before I came on last year, and we continue to work throughout the year with both groups. It's been great so far. We've
facility. And the new law this year does say that we have to post that agenda, so I'm just making that everyone know that under the new open door structure with regard to superintendent committees that have board members sitting in that committee space, we will have to post for open door. So when that is coming up in a couple weeks, is that correct?
August 28th, so I'll have that posted on August 26th.
Yeah, so that just so everybody knows that as well. So that'd be same for music council and athletic council. I've talked to Mr. Doty as well, in order so that we have everything according to open door laws.
Thank you.
All right, next up, we have quarterly financial report.
I'm going to try not to be offended that you tried to skip the best part of the meeting.
I know, my bad, I'm sorry.
That's okay. So, looking at the
wanted to reiterate on the textbook adoption, or the textbook fund, we have to put that $1 million in. That's operations or education? Where's it going?
Education.
That's gonna go in education. So that's the other significant thing that happens in this space. So that's one thing the legislators, if we're talking to legislators, that's one that they need to address, because it was, listen, we understand and we applaud that parents don't pay textbook rentals, but we had incurred, millions of dollars in debt with textbooks before that, and they're still struggling to figure out how they're gonna pay that off. So that's one that I think we can look at, but thank you.
Yeah, we may have to come back to the board with a plan for that. I've heard rumor that we'll have to zero it out by the end of the year, but I'm gonna ignore that till I get official notice. All right. Assessed value. This is the first budget workshop that I've actually had this information beforehand. So how exciting is that? So assessed value increased by 11%. But unfortunately, we have all those caps, so it doesn't really matter. So, yeah, maybe someday we'll be able to take advantage of it, but it doesn't really matter in '25 anyway. So, you can go on to the next one, Natalie. Thanks. All right, so requested tax rates. Remember, we kind of do this dance where we aim very high to make sure that we maximize our tax levy. So it looks ridiculous that we're asking for $1.95 when we think we're going to get $1.37, but we don't want to leave any money at the table. So this is how it works. So to kind of give you an idea of where we were last year, we think we'll end up with 38 cents this year, and it was 40 cents last year. Debt service, we would decrease from 0.7999 to just 0.79. Referendum, we were at 22 cents last year, and with the 3% cap, we will decrease to about 20 cents this year, for a total tax rate of $1.37. So, and the graph on the next page illustrates that in graph form. So we just keep going down. Now the taxpayers are seeing that assessed value increase, so they're not feeling that relief, but we are doing a good job of managing our tax rate. Since 2021, we've decreased by 32 cents. So, and this year would be a decrease of 5 cents, another 5 cents if the board approves this plan. So, all right. Can I answer any questions?
No questions, but that effort that you've done on keeping our tax rates down, when we talk later about our advertising and the communication that we need to go out, we really need to include that in our story on what we've done.
Yeah, I agree. It's a tough story to tell where people understand it. But
Right.
I agree that we do need to tell that story.
And I think we've got the people on the hook that can help us translate that to make it understandable.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great point. Thank you.
Nice work.
Thanks,
We're
Tina.
doing that, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Just think, I almost skipped all this. Right to action.
Can we do an encore?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Tina. Moving on to action items. Any public comments? No. And first up, on the agenda is for the board to hold a preliminary hearing on the proposed construction project. If you're interested in speaking at the hearing, please make sure you have signed the sign-in sheet, which should include your name and address. After a presentation by the administration and its advisors, There will be an opportunity for the public to make comments about the project. At the hearing, we will ask each person limit their comments to 3 minutes and that the topic be limited to the proposed project under consideration. The notice of this preliminary determination hearing was published as legally required. At this time, I will ask School Counsel Mr. Roger Young to explain the purpose of this hearing.
Thank you very much. According to Indiana Code, a school corporation must hold 2 public hearings and adopt a resolution to preliminarily determine to issue bonds to enter into a lease or to enter into a lease. This is a legal process that we must follow. These public hearings and the consideration of the resolutions are the very beginning of this legal process of determining and communicating the projects to the community. The need for the projects and how the bond will address those needs. Tonight, you'll hear from staff detailing what the projects are, along with cost estimates. You'll also hear from our financial advisor information as to the amount, anticipated amount, or at least the not to exceed amount of the projects in the bond issue, how the projects will be financed, and what impact that will have on the tax rate. So, Mr. President, I think we can continue with the presentation of information.
All right. We will now hear from Mr. Benji Betts, Executive Director of Facilities Administration, about the process of determining and communicating the projects to the community, the need for the projects, and how the bond will address those needs.
We're going to start out talking about the different projects in the pre-K center bond. We worked with Schmidt Architects on a lot of this to make sure what we were looking at were the right numbers and made sense with what we were looking for with this bond. The first one is the pre-K center in this project. The scope of work will be the tear down of the Earlywood building, then looking at the design, rezoning, planning, and building of a new pre-K early learning center
Representative Baker Tilly, who serves as a municipal advisor for Franklin Schools, about how the proposed project will be financed, as well as information about the effect on the typical property taxpayer.
Good evening, I'm Megan Gibson, and I'm here with Joel Lee from our office too. I'm just planning to go through how the proposed project could be financed with the bond issue next year in 2025. Before I start, I did just want to mention, there is some additional financial information we just have to have on hand at these hearings. It's all things that are in the resolutions from Ice Miller, and we provided Tina with a separate handout with that information, and I have a hard copy too, just in case anyone asks to see it at the hearing. We can go ahead and get started with the presentation. So if we want to start on slide 2, we have the school corporation's outstanding debt. So slide 2 has a little more detail showing the annual payments for each bond issue as well as the call date. And then on slide 3 here, this has the same information but just in graph format. So you can see on this slide over the next few years, there is some step downs in your annual debt service payments. So you do have a step down next year in 2025. And then you have that larger step down coming up in 2027 as some of your bonds start to mature. On the next slide, slide 4, we're showing a summary of the proposed bonds that would finance the preschool center project that you're currently considering. So the maximum borrowing amount would be $40 million, and then accounting for some allowances for estimated cost of issuance associated with the bond issue, as well as just for the possibility that some capitalized interest expense may be needed for a portion of the first interest payment on bonds, which you'll kind of see on the next slide. But we're showing the school would have about $38,050,000 of project proceeds. We've assumed the bonds would be issued in May of 2025 and have a repayment term of about 20 years. On the interest expense, we're showing there close to $27.1 million, and the estimated annual lease rental payment of $3,539,000. We've assumed a 5.5% interest rate for both of those, which is higher than where rates currently are. So there is some cushion built into both of those numbers based on where we are today. But just to give you some additional flexibility at this point, in the resolutions, the maximum lease rental payment is set at $10.3 million, which we have noted there in footnote 2. On the next slide, slide 5, this just kind of pulls together everything visually. And this is basically the same graph we presented last month as well. The dark green bars represent the school corporation's existing debt payments, and the light blue bars represent the estimated payments for the proposed bonds the school is planning to issue later this year for that maintenance and improvement project. The gray bars represent estimated payments for the proposed bonds for the preschool center project that is currently being considered. So those bonds would be issued in 2025 with repayment beginning in 2026. And then you can also see what we're currently projecting out for the debt service tax rate. Based on our assumptions, we are able to structure all of this in a way where we're estimating it would not increase your debt service tax rate above your 2024 rate. And then also by setting that maximum lease rental payment higher than the payments we're showing here, it just gives us flexibility where we could adjust this repayment structure and term prior to the bond sale. And then as you can see in 2027, we're estimating you would still have a step down in payment and rate. You may notice payments do kind of jump up a little bit in 2026 to manage the debt service tax rate that year around that 79 cents. We are estimating that the school would need to utilize its debt service operating balance and capitalize interest expense, like I mentioned, for a portion of that payment. However, after the bonds this year are sold and we know what those actual payments are, and then as also we get closer to that bond sale in 2025, we can kind of revisit this structure and see what the options are for that payment in 2026. We really just want to be conservative at this point. We're showing that capitalized interest may be needed for a portion of that payment. So that is everything I had. If you guys have any questions.
Megan, did you adjust these graphs at all for the 11% AV, or will that come later?
They have not been updated yet. So the tax rate projections and the tax rate projections based on the payment that we have noted there too, that is all still based on that AV projection from Policy Analytics earlier this year that was
if you would like to speak, please sign in on the sheet that is located at the entrance of the gymnasium. As I mentioned earlier, we ask that you state your name and address, limit your comments to the proposed project and financing, keeping comments to 3 minutes, and avoid being repetitive if possible. Are there any names? Okay. Well, thank you to all who have participated in the hearing. We appreciate your time and interest in the project and the future of our community. Please note that this is just the first step in the legal process. No board action is legally required at this hearing. Rather, this hearing is solely to hear public comment. The board will continue to work with the administration and its professionals to look for efficiencies to conserve tax dollars while meeting our educational needs. The board will hold the second public hearing in the Media Center in this building on August 19th at 6 p.m. That part. Now we have a notice of a public hearing for the 2025 budget. Tina, back to you.
Okay. So the notice to taxpayers is generated by our entry of the budget into Gateway. So this will be published on Gateway and posted to our website to satisfy that publication requirement before our public hearing in September. So as you can see, we've got the next two meeting dates at the top. And then our operations fund is maxed at about 8.6 million. We're asking for 9 million to maximize that levy. And then our property tax cap credit or circuit breaker is estimated at 3.1 million. And I wanted to point out that is down from 3.9 million this year. So that is good news. So at the bottom, in the bottom graph, you'll see that in column 2, the budget estimate is around $78 million. And the tax rate or the percentages look a little bit high because of the fact that we're asking for more than we think we'll get to maximize our levy. So this is just kind of a standard DLGF template for the publication, but it's the same information that I presented in the PowerPoint. So what I'm asking for is permission from the board to publicize this prior to our September 9th meeting.
Move to approve.
I'll second.
Motion second. All those approved signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed?
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Tina. Next up would be permission to advertise capital projects and bus replacement.
Okay, so there will be 2 attachments to this one. If you recall, we have to submit a capital projects plan and a bus replacement plan along with our budget process. So on the capital projects plan, we have to report any equipment that we think, any equipment over $10,000 that will come out of our operating funds. I am predicting that we don't have any purchases out of our operating funds because the significant purchases have been moved over to the bond issuance. We're still working on that 22 bond, and then we've got the 220 or the 24 bond and then 25. So we will move those expenditures out of our operating budget and into the bond issuance. Bus replacement, the notice to taxpayers illustrates what I'm estimating for the next 5 years as far as cost goes. We are going to have to address our aging fleet. When I did this replacement plan, I went through and calculated how old the buses are that we've got on here for replacement, and it was was anywhere between 12 and 16 years. So we've got some work to do in this area. If you recall, we have a bus purchase scripted in our $19 million bond that we talked about the last meeting. So that's where the funding, the $2.2 million funding for bus replacement would come from. So that's 12 buses, 1 special needs bus, and 2 activity buses. So this will be published on our website and Gateway as well, with the board's permission, and then will be formally adopted in September. Any questions? Okay.
I'll move for approval. Motion? Second. Second. All those approved signify by saying aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? Thank you, Tina.
Me again. I'm gonna be tired of hearing me talk. Okay, liability insurance. We talked earlier in the year, our insurance agent was very good about getting with us early this year and saying, you know, with all of the property claims and Title IX infractions, things like that, insurance companies are becoming very reluctant to cover schools, right? So he anticipated a 15% increase in our premiums. So I planned for that in the budget. But he was also very diligent about getting us options. I think he probably solicited about 8 or 10 vendors, and 4 came back with proposals. We are currently with Liberty Mutual, and they're the only carrier that say you can't split property and liability. If we don't take their proposal as a full package, then we switch to somebody else. They don't want our business. And as you can see, Liberty Mutual their proposal was for a $111,000 increase, which was 24%. So for that reason, we seriously looked at some of these other options. FM Affiliated is a nationwide property insurance carrier. They seem less reluctant to cover some of the storms and wind damage that we have at times. And they will allow that, they're really only interested in the property insurance, so we would be able to split that up. FM Affiliated is also offering a flat $100,000 deductible for each building. Liberty Mutual wants $250,000 for Custer Baker, the high school, and the middle school. So that's a big consideration. Most of our claims are with roofs from wind and hail damage and accidents, bus and car accidents. So those are 2 of the elements that we really have to focus on in considering these proposals. The other thing that came up was EMC will cover our bus replacement regardless of how old the bus is, whereas Liberty Mutual is only going to give us full replacement value for less than 10 years old, which much of our fleet does not land in that category. So I can go into some detail about why we ruled out the other 2, but I've talked enough tonight, so you've got comparisons there. So, but my recommendation and our insurance agent's recommendation is to go with FM Affiliated for our property insurance and EMC for our they're proposing an increase of 65,000, which is only 12%. So it's a big deal to switch carriers like this, but I asked the question, can we go back and forth? Because like on my personal stuff, they're always like, you can't shop it too much. Well, apparently that's not the case so much here. So he said we can go back to Liberty Mutual if we want to, and in fact, since we dropped them and kind of made a statement, it might work to our advantage the next time they come to the table. So I am requesting your approval to, our renewal is, I think, the 29th of August. So I'm requesting your approval to switch to FM affiliated in EMC.
Any questions for Tina? If not, we'll entertain motions.
Move for approval.
Second.
First and second, all those approved signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Thanks, Tina.
Thank you. I'm done.
All right. Next up, Hiram's scope of work.
Thank you, Mr. Sappenfield, President Sappenfield. At our summer retreat, we had an opportunity to hear from Hiram's public agency in Indianapolis about some offerings that they could provide schools, and we heard them talk about sharing our story and making sure that we connect with our different audiences. And one of the things that I think public schools don't do very well is kind of tell their story. And one of the things that we've seen because of that, we've seen some declining enrollment and some opportunities. So I'm coming to you tonight to ask that we partner with Hirons for the next 18 months to really look at how we tell our story. They'll work alongside Mrs. Betts, Christy with regard in the communications department, myself, and the rest of the school community, from our principals and teachers, talking about how do we tell our story. And so tonight I'm here to request and recommend that we partner with Hirons for this opportunity, and that we'll begin in September, and then it'll run all the way through March of 26.
Questions?
Move for approval.
Have a first.
I'll second.
Second. All those approved signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Thank you.
Thank you. Performing Arts Center. Last month we did talk about opportunities with our new PAC director, and we are coming to tonight for the second reading and opportunities for 4 different productions. Coming up, we do have the Wombies heading into the Performing Arts Center, but at this time we're asking for approval for the remaining contracts.
One question, I thought we, on the Highway 36
They
contract.
have to take out the drinking.
They did
Yes.
not. So we are going to take that out?
Yes.
Okay.
I think we talked about that last time.
So the line is, we still have in there for shots and beers.
Yep, that
And we
was
said
supposed to
that
come out.
we're not going to
Yeah.
off.
Yep.
I know,
Yep.
right? We all want to get,
Mr. A House, is that, no. We'll make sure, we can strike that from our end. I don't know if we've got the copy, but yeah, that is correct. Thank you.
and then the other one, I apologize, I
Yep.
didn't catch it last time. When we, 2 of those, they require us to pay for hotels for the band members, and the one was 7 hotel rooms to be provided for band and crew, and the other one, it just said a blocking of the hotel. So who's liable for, if there's damages on those rooms or any incidentals in that, who's liable, or who has to cover the charges for that?
That is a good question. Why don't we table that one contract, and I'll come back to you with that, because that's the first time I've had any of the performers ask for a hotel in that block.
Yeah, it's the Black Oaks,
Oaks,
and
yeah.
then there's also the Broadway and Beyond.
Okay.
Both have hotel expectations in there.
Let's table 2 of those and then come back in September. So I'll first ask for approval of the Wombies and Highway 36, and then I'd ask that you table Broadway and Beyond and Black Oak.
Any further discussion? We'll entertain motions.
Move to approve, and again, on the Highway 36, we're going to remove the alcohol
Yeah.
from the contract. So Wamby's on Highway 36. I move for approval.
All right, first.
Second.
Okay, all those approved signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? All right, next up is text help.
Good evening. So last month, I shared some information with you about a company called Text Help that provides accessibility tools to our students and staff. Pretty much anybody that has an email account in our district. Those tools specifically assist students and staff with reading, vocabulary, comprehension, writing, all of the things they may need access to access the curriculum in their classroom. And so tonight, I'm asking that you move to approve this contract.
Thank you. Any questions? We'll entertain motions.
I'll move for approval.
First,
Second.
second, all those approved signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Thank you. Next up is the electronic hall pass.
As discussed last time, we are looking at moving past the paper pencil system of the 1980s and actually utilizing technology. We utilize a number of criteria trying to evaluate vendors, ultimately to limit gatherings, right? So if you and I are friends, we want to avoid that. Paper pencil passes is not going to do that. Reporting, where are the common locations? Who are the common students? Obviously, student data privacy was an important component, as phone access. We can't expect everybody to be able to have their Chromebook under hand or whatnot. It was also important in pass limits, right? If you're a student that goes to every class and asks for a pass, that's an important thing to know. Easy access for dashboards. Students were able to request passes, and the sign-in and sign-out procedures. Utilizing those three criteria, we looked at three potential vendors: SmartPass, Minga, and Securely Pass. Securely Pass was substantially, looking at the different criteria, substantially a better choice for Franklin Community Schools. Based on that, I would be happy to answer any questions or request a 3-year agreement for $27,144 paid for out of the GO bond. And there's a 15% savings if we would go with a 3-year agreement versus a 1-year.
Any questions? We'll entertain motions.
Move for approval.
First,
Second.
second, all those approved signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? All right, thank you very much. Last up on the action items is policy reading, second reading.
And this one just goes back to the Senate Enrolled Act regarding cell phones in the classroom, and this is our policy from CCHNA, and this is the second reading for that.
Any questions? If not, we'll entertain motions.
Move for approval.
First,
Second.
second, all those approved signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? All right, that's it for action items.
Thank you.
Now, it's up to discussion.
President Satterfield, this affiliation agreement is with Indiana University for student teachers. And this is something that we are bringing into you for discussion tonight, and we'll bring it for adoption in September if approved.
Any questions? Liz? Okay, thank you. Next up would be signs of suicide. Oh, there you are.
Chair Sabenfield and the board, Signs of Suicide is a curriculum that's designed for students and for families. As many of you probably know, we're required by state law to train all of our staff every 3 years on suicide prevention. We've had students who've asked about their peers. How can I care for my peer? And we've had families ask. So we've been researching curricula. Kim Sperling, our Director of Mental Health, has been spearheading this project. This is the curricula that they are proposing that we use with student groups. Parents would be notified if their students were involved, as we do with some of our other programming, but it would also allow us to use it with families who've shown an interest and have issued requests. So I'm bringing it to you for a discussion as a curricular approval item.
Any questions from the board? Thank you for sharing. Yep. Next up would be policy guidelines and forms, first reading.
Thank you, President Tappenfield. As you know, we are finishing up our transition from Neola to CCHNA, and the remaining items are the last items. So this is a first reading for those. One that I definitely want to highlight, though, is F225, and that's fundraising through crowdfunding. We have a lot of our teachers use Amazon wish lists and some of those things to get funded. In the past, it was prohibited. We're asking for the board to look into those and approve those. The steps would be go to the building principal first for approval, and then to myself before coming back to you all. But it's a way that a lot of our teachers can get some of the supplies that we necessarily couldn't afford or expend to get for them, and then they can get them to the community or neighboring opportunities. So that's one to highlight. We'll bring these back for second reading in September.
I'm glad this completes the rounds of these. Any discussion? All right, thank you.
Just on administrative comments, I first just want to thank Tina for all of her work on the workshop. But it's a lot to get together, and then we throw in, let's go ahead and get a bond opportunity together. So all those two things, but great work. And it is something that we look to try to make an impact with our teachers, but we also know we need to be good stewards with our money. So thank you very much for that space. On the calendar events, I just want to highlight a couple of things. One, coming up, we have September 2nd, and then just a reminder that as we move forward with regard to honoring on the 6th, Dr. Wardland's going to sit in for us. Mrs. Nelson's going to represent the school board at the gala for IDOE in celebration of Union and for our Teacher of the Year and our Principal of the Year. So that's a real praise for our district. And lastly, the middle school did receive an award this week. Congratulations to CBIS, not the middle school, CBIS won the award, but it's from the Middle Level Association. And in September, we're going to honor them, but just want to give a shout out to Mrs. Moran and her team for that, being recognized one of 17 schools in the nation. So congratulations.